I believe this to be the greatest weakness in the Church of Jesus Christ today. People will often say, well, I've prayed, now I'm going to accept by faith what I've prayed for. Or some people will say, well, if you keep on praying and praying and praying, maybe it's just an evidence of unbelief. Moses stood before God 40 days and 40 nights, and he would not stop until he had the assurance that God had heard him. Daniel prayed for 3 weeks with fasting until the angel appeared and told him he'd been heard. Elijah prayed until he saw that cloud the size of a man's hand. George Mueller prayed for 2 men for 50-odd years every day. And when on his deathbed somebody said to him, Mr. Mueller, these men you've been praying for, they're not saved. He said, no, but they will be. The point is this: when the Spirit of God lays a burden upon our heart and he gives us a promise, we must never stop praying until that promise is fulfilled. That's the important lesson to learn here from Elijah. And you will find this is consistent right through the Scriptures. For example, Epaphras always praying fervently for you that you might stand perfect and complete in all the will of God. Paul commended him for that. This man always praying fervently, always, never giving up, always praying that they might stand perfect and complete in all the will of God. Would that we had 3 or 4 Epaphrases here. We see a change. Well, why not just rest and claim the promise, Epaphras, and quit praying? He knew the Lord, and he had the fullness of the Spirit. And it was the Spirit of God within him, urging him to pray, that they might stand perfect and complete in all the will of God. That's the key to a successful ministry. The main lesson I believe at this point we have to learn is that we do not give up until we see the answer to prayer.